Plane polarized light. In light, we have seen the two classification. Monochromatic light, which has got the single wavelength. Here you can consider the example of laser light. Okay, जहाँ पे हमें सिर्फ एक लाइट दिखती, एक वेवलेंथ की लाइट. The another example is the ordinary light. This ordinary light means normal light. अगर हम लोग घर की भी लाइट देखते हैं तो वो ऑल द पॉसिबल, अगर उसको हम लोग देखते हैं, ऐसा नहीं कि उजाला सिर्फ या रोशनी एक ही जगह पे आती है. ओके, हर एक जगह पे वो रोशनी फैलती है. सो इन द केस ऑफ द ऑर्डिनरी लाइट, द वेवलेंथ, इट हैज़ गॉट डिफरेंट वेवलेंथ विच वाइब्रेट इन ऑल द पॉसिबल plane. Now we'll see the example for the ordinary light. Now you can see over here this light is vibrating in different direction, okay, which has got the different wavelength. When this ordinary light is passed through the Nicol prism, assume this as a Nicol prism. Now light which is coming out, now you can see the sticks are in one plane, one line. So you can say over here, when the ordinary light is passed through the Nicol prism, the light which is emerging out, means light which is coming out, will vibrate in one plane. Okay, इधर उधर नहीं भागेगी, it will vibrate in what? One plane. And this light is called as plane polarized light. Again we can say, when an ordinary light is passed, when an ordinary light of different wavelength is passed through the Nicol prism, the light which is emerging out, okay, will vibrate in one plane perpendicular to the direction of propagation, and this light is called as a plane polarized light. Now when this plane polarized light is passed through the any organic solution, now which organic solution? Here I'll take the example of organic compound containing chiral carbon atom. Now what do you mean by chiral carbon atom? The chiral carbon atom is that atom which is bonded with the 4 different atoms. Now here 4 different group will be there. For example, if you can consider here CH3, here H, here Cl, here C2H5, means you can consider 2 chlorobutane example. Now here you can see 4 different, is bonded with the 4 different atoms. So this is called as what? Chiral carbon atom. When you pass this plane polarized light through the this organic compound, if suppose this light is rotating to the right hand side, okay, if suppose this light is rotating to the right hand side, it is called as a dextrorotatory, and if this light is rotating to the left hand side, it is called as a levorotatory. Okay, but keep in the mind, if when I am passing this light through the organic solution, if it is possible to rotate this plane polarized light to the right or to the left, such compound will be called it as what? Optically active compound. Such compound is called as what? Optically active compound. Suppose I have passed this light through the organic solution, but now the light is not able to rotate the plane polarized. Okay, the plane polarized light is not able to rotate. Then such compound will be called it as what? Optically inactive. अगर प्लेन पोलराइज लाइट रोटेट होती राइट या लेफ्ट में, तो उस कंपाउंड को हम लोग बोलेंगे ऑप्टिकली एक्टिव. अगर ये रोटेट नहीं हो पा रही तो उसको क्या बोला जाएगा? ऑप्टिकली इनएक्टिव कंपाउंड. And the angle through which the substance rotate this plane polarized light is called as what? Optical rotation. Now here you can see both the structure are the same. So you can call this as a optical isomer. But suppose I am picking up this and keeping on this. Does it is forming a superimposable mirror image? No. जहाँ पे ब्लू है वहाँ पे क्या आ रहा है? येलो. और जहाँ पे येलो है वहाँ पे क्या आ रहा है? ब्लू. So it is forming what? Non-superimposable mirror image. Okay. But they are the optical isomer. So you can say the optical isomer which are non-superimposable mirror image of each other, okay, are called as what? Enantiomer. What call it as? Enantiomer, yeah, optical antipodes, yeah, enantiomorphous. What it is called as? Enantiomorphous. Now one more thing you can keep in the mind, in the enantiomer, when you rotate the molecule, okay, दिस मॉलिक्यूल विल रोटेट थ्रू द सेम एंगल. अगर सपोज ये 90 से रोटेट हुआ तो ये भी 90 से ही रोटेट होगा. ओके, दे विल रोटेट इन द सेम एंगल बट इन द ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन. ये कैसे था, ऐसे था. ओके, दिस वॉज दिस वे. इसको मैंने ऐसे रोटेट किया, इसको मैंने ऐसे, this way, opposite direction. Means you can say in the case of enantiomer, they are rotated by the same angle but the opposite direction. So this points also you can add the optical isomers which forms the optical isomers which forms non-superimposable mirror image of each other, which rotate through the same angle but in opposite direction, rotate through the same angle but in opposite direction. These compounds are what? Optical active, and such compounds are called as what? Enantiomer. Here you can take the example of 2-chlorobutane. So we'll see 2-chlorobutane. Okay, 2-chlorobutane, I'm writing the structure. It is CH3, CH, Cl, CH2, CH3. Now you can see this second number carbon atom is your chiral carbon atom. The chiral carbon atom is shown by the sign asterisk. Okay, same structure I'm writing down. Your chiral carbon atom with that H. Here Cl, down I am taking CH3, here C2H5, I am taking the mirror image of it, C, writing H. Now it is forming a non-superimposable mirror image. It is forming what? Non-superimposable mirror image. Okay, now based on this structure we are going to study properties of enantiomer. Okay, now you can see both are the optical isomer, means they have the same molecular formula. Okay, where the difference is only in the orientation, means in the one is the dextro rotatory and other is the lavo rotatory. Okay, so base, if suppose we are saying the molecular formula is the same, that means number of the carbon atom, chlorine, hydrogen are the same. If they have the same mass, that means their melting point, boiling point and the density will be the same. Even the refractive index will be the same. Where it is differing? Only in the sign of rotation. One is the positive, other is the negative. Means you can say in the properties of enantiomer, they have the same physical property. Example, boiling point, melting point, refractive index and density. Only difference is where? In the sign. Okay, and the magnitude of optical rotation is also the same. Only differs where? In what? It rotates in opposite direction. They rotates in what? Opposite direction. One is the right hand side it is rotating and other one is the left hand side it is rotating. When it is rotating right hand side, dextro. When it is rotating left, it is levo. Okay, they have the same chemical properties also. The chemical properties will be also same. Only the difference where it will be there in the optical reagent. There it is going to differ it. Now this we have seen the properties of enantiomer. Same मॉलिक्यूलर फॉर्मूला है. ओके, डिफरेंस कहाँ पे आ रहा है? सिर्फ और सिर्फ ये क्या फॉर्म कर रहा है? नॉन सुपर इम्पोजिबल मिरर इमेज. ओके, बाकी सब सेम है. ये भी 50% लिया है, ये भी 50% लिया है. अभी मैं दोनों को रोटेट करने की कोशिश करूंगी, लेकिन क्या हो जाएगा? ये जो रोटेट एक दूसरे को होने नहीं देगा. मीन्स एक स्ट्रक्चर दूसरे का रोटेशन कैंसिल आउट करेगा. When you are taking the equimolar mixture of enantiomer, enantiomer means क्या? एक डेक्स्ट्रो रोटेटरी, एक लेवो रोटेटरी. ओके, तो एक जो स्ट्रक्चर रहेगा, एक जो मॉलिक्यूल रहेगा, ओके, वन enantiomer will cancel the effect, okay, of other enantiomer. okay, which is going to rotate in the opposite direction. And such mixture, अगर ये rotate नहीं हो रहा है, तो हम लोगों ने स्टार्टिंग में बोला है जो प्लेन ऑफ पोलराइज लाइट को अगर रोटेट होने नहीं दे रहा है तो उस कंपाउंड को हम लोग क्या बोलेंगे, ऑप्टिकली इनएक्टिव compound. What it is called as a optically inactive compound. So you can say the racemic mixtures are what? They are optically inactive compounds. Okay. An equimolar mixture of enantiomer is called as a racemic modification या फिर racemic mixture. Okay. Due to the internal compensation, what happens? One enantiomer is cancelled by the equal and opposite direction rotation due to its the molecule of other enantiomer. ये एक दूसरे के इफेक्ट्स कैंसिल आउट करेंगे. ओके, सो सच मिक्सचर इज कॉल्ड एज व्हाट? रेसिमिक मिक्सचर. नेक्स्ट वी आर गोइंग टू स्टार्ट विथ न्यूक्लियोफिलिक सब्स्टिट्यूशन रिएक्शन ऑफ हैलो अल्कीन. When the term itself halo means halogen and alkane means any alkane group. Okay, when halogen is attached, I'll take a simple example of this one. Halogen are mostly represented by the X. Your X can be any. It can be fluorine, it can be the chlorine, it can be the bromine, it can be a iodine. Okay, so for a halogen the symbol is what? X, and it is attached with the carbon atom, means it is attached with any alkane group, yeah, alkyl group. Okay, so this compound is called as what? Haloalkane. The term, it is nucleophilic substitution. Substitution means you are going to substitute in the place of halogen some other group, and that some other group is nothing but your nucleophile. Your nucleophile is represented as a Nu minus, that is negative sign. Okay, and the negative we know that always it moves towards the positive. Okay, that means negative we are going to substitute by the negative. Okay, एक नेगेटिव की जगह पे दूसरे को सब्स्टिट्यूट करें. सो सच रिएक्शंस आर कॉल्ड एज व्हाट? सब्स्टिट्यूशन रिएक्शन, टू रिप्लेस सम. नाउ इन दिस केस वी नो दैट द हैलोजन आर द मोस्ट इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिव. Okay, if they are the most electronegative means it will try to pull the electron towards himself. Okay, if suppose electrons are going towards halogen, so halogen will carry a partial negative charge. The one who is giving the electron will carry a partial positive charge. हम लोग बोलते हैं ना, अगर हम लोग नेगेटिव बोलना थिंकिंग छोड़ देते हैं तो हम लोग पॉजिटिव सोचना चालू करते हैं. तो सेम थिंग हियर इट हैपेंस. द हैलोजन pulls the electron. It is most electronegative, so it pulls the electron towards itself. So it carries a partial negative charge, and the one who is giving the electron, that is carbon, will carry a partial positive charge. So both the charges are there. So you can see this molecule is a polar molecule, and bond between them is a polar covalent bond. Okay. Now once if I am saying this is taking the electron, halogen is taking the electron, so it will come along with the negative charge. Okay, so what is left with me? The carbon with the 3 bond. Okay, now when halogen has taken the electron, the charge on the carbon will be the positive. So I can say it is acting as now a electrophile. So electrophile can be reacted with the nucleophile. So it will be, halogen will get replaced by your nucleophile. Is that clear? So you can call this reaction as a nucleophilic substitution reaction. Here just see, here the single bonds are there, 4 single bonds. So it is going to show which type of hybridization? sp3. Okay, hybridization. sp3 hybridization. Okay, now when it has got substituted by the nucleophile, again just see, all single bonds are there, means after nucleophilic attack also it has not lost its originality. Means first also it was showing the sp3 hybridization, now also it is showing the sp3 hybridization. Okay, now how this substitution reaction takes place, means what exactly? It depends upon which factors. So first factors we are going to see upon the reactivity. Okay, now what order of reactivity we can say? Order of reactivity. In order of reactivity, we can say I can take an example of Ri. Then I can take an example of RBr. I can take the example of RCl. Now can you see over here, this will be alkyl group, means any haloalkane group. This is means alkyl iodide, alkyl bromide, alkyl chloride. Now in this case, if you can see over here, your iodine has got large atomic number, large size, so the attraction between them will be less. Okay, so this bond can break out easily. That's why this alkyl iodide will be more reactive than the alkyl bromide, and alkyl bromide will be more reactive than the alkyl chloride. How it is there? What happens as the atomic number increases, bond length increases, the bond become very weak and easily the reaction can be carried out. Now this nucleophilic substitution reaction also depends upon which type of substrate you are going to use. Okay. Which type of substrate means, for example, here I am taking CH3, CH3X, again next one CH3, CH3, H and X, again I am taking over here CH3, CH2, X. Now in the three structure there are the difference. You can see in this structure this carbon atom is attached with the single halogen and this carbon atom is attached with the three other alkyl group. So now you can see with this carbon atom we can say the alkyl groups are what? Electron donating. Alkyl groups are what? Electron donating. So in the case of this structure there are the three alkyl group which are going to give the electron this carbon atom. So suppose अगर इसके पास सारे इलेक्ट्रॉन बहुत सारे इलेक्ट्रॉन आ गए तो ये क्या हो जाएगा? कार्बन अनस्टेबल हो जाएगा, तो ये इजीली हाइड्रोजन दे सकता है क्योंकि इसकी रिएक्टिविटी क्या हो जाएगी? बढ़ जाएगी. लेकिन इफ यू आर गोइंग टू सी विद दिस, हियर इन दिस केस this carbon atom is attached with one halogen and two alkyl group. So only one alkyl group is less over here. तो इसकी रिएक्टिविटी क्या हो गई? डिक्रीज हो गई क्योंकि इलेक्ट्रॉन डोनेटिंग ग्रुप क्या हो गई? यहाँ पे कम हो गए. सो आई कैन से दिस इज मोर रिएक्टिव एंड दिस इज नथिंग बट योर टर्शरी अल्काइल हालाइड. दिस इज नथिंग बट व्हाट? टर्शरी अल्काइल हालाइड. This is your secondary alkyl halide. This is your primary alkyl halide. In the case of primary alkyl halide, the halogen is attached with the single carbon atom and that carbon atom is attached with the single carbon atom. So here only one alkyl group is there who is going to give the electron. So that's why it is said the tertiary alkyl halide is more reactive than the secondary. Secondary is more reactive than the primary. Because with the tertiary alkyl halide there are the 3 electron donating groups are there. Okay, so reactivity increases, steric hindrance increases, that's why easily it reacts.